We need some more coffee this morning. Good morning, everyone. Great to be here, guys. We've been planning for this day for the last 5 months. Last 5 months, we've been planning for 48 hours of our life that's going to change the destiny of your future. 5 months in preparation. So before I talk about what I'm here, let me just send a huge, massive gratitude to everybody who was involved behind the scenes to bring this day together. From our production team to our event team, marketing, logistics, and everybody else behind the stage, behind the scenes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's give them a round of applause, guys. Guys, this is an exciting day. You asked for it, here we deliver. And we deliver something very amazing that you've never seen and you're about to witness today and tomorrow. But before we talk about that, one more round of applause for both Dr. Giampapa and Dr. Newman in the house, guys. Yeah, they're both here. We're excited, guys. They're already planning for 2026 and beyond. New stuff, new products, new things that you need to take your business to the next level. And all that will be told and sold and tell you right from here on this stage over the next 48 hours. So I want you to sit back, relax today, because we've got a lot of important things to cover. You can take pictures always later, but really focus on every speaker that is coming up today. What did you guys think of the dancers and the performers? Let's give them a round of applause, guys. Let me talk to you guys about something I want to share with you guys. Many of you have asked me why I started Velovida and really what was the mission and vision. For me, it was very simple. I wanted to create a company that is absolutely loved. Is loved by each and every one of you. You love the products. You love the customer service. You love the website. You love the back office. You love how we send products to you and the packages they arrive and everything else you can imagine. We wanted you to love, and that's what really been our mission, to focus. We're really not a mission of achieving the numbers. We're not really focused on the numbers. We're focused on a company that becomes the best from the rest under one roof called Velovida. That has been our mission, our goal over the last 5 years. We're now a 5.5-year-old company. And I gotta tell you guys, every time I see that video, it's almost tears in my eyes. 40 years ago, I migrated with my mother to Canada with $75 in our pocket. I started this company, and we're now a $200 million company. An immigrant started this company, and here we are, operating in 82 countries around the world, having the most amazing leadership a company can only dream of, we have here in Velovida. So I couldn't be more grateful, I couldn't be more blessed. And that's the message we wanted to carry in our mission and vision. And very important, we're a company that this is where you settle, you plant your flag, and you stay. This is not a hotel, this is a home. This is where you stay for the rest of your life. Hotel is where you go for a few days or a few weeks, correct? We're not that. We're a home. You come here, you stay here. In 32 years, I've been in this profession, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I refer to it as a profession because just like you go to school to become a doctor, you go to school to become an engineer, to become an attorney, we went to School of Hard Knocks to become a professional network marketer. And as you can see, all the leaders sitting in the VIP section, these guys have gone through that school of hard knocks to become a professional networker. And that's why they are successful. That's what we do. We're a professional network marketer. Good. And this is what we do in this profession. And in 32 years I've been here in 3 companies, ladies and gentlemen, all those 3 companies are still in business today, 32 years later. Think about that for a second. Yes. The very first company I joined in 1993, they're still in business today, and all the other companies I joined. What does that tell you? We look for longevity. We look for long vision. We look for a company that's going to be here today, tomorrow, and 10 years from now, and many decades to come. That's what Velovida is different. I want you to think of Velovida similar to what Coca-Cola has done. It's very important you understand. We're not talking about the product itself, but what the company has achieved. Coca-Cola is one of the only few companies that they own the liquid, they own the formula, they own the bottling manufacturing. The label that goes on Coca-Cola is owned by Coca-Cola. The cap, the delivery trucks, and everything you can imagine is owned, operated, controlled, and run by Coca-Cola. We are the Coca-Cola of our industry. We own the formulas, we control the manufacturing, we control the software, we control shipping, handling. The trucks that take it from one warehouse to another warehouse has my last name on them. We own, control every inch of this company. There is no other company in this profession for the last 59 years that have been able to do that. Not the Amways, not the New Skins, not the Herbalifes of the world. Great companies, they've done amazing. They don't own and control every inch of their company. That is the difference with us. Why is that important? When I started Velovida, I wanted to be different. Why? Because I didn't want to rely on a third party. Because I knew I was a distributor just like you. I sat on those seats for many, many decades. So I understand what it took. I understand when the leadership goes on the street to recruit, to build a business, the last thing they need to company, let them down. And I did not want that. I wanted to make sure that when you go out there, it is your credibility. You're gonna go tell the world. They don't know who Kase is. They don't know any of us. They know you. Your credibility is on the line. So when you go talk to them, we want to make sure we back you up. We deliver the products. We deliver the best products. We deliver your commission every single Friday like a Swiss watch. That is the difference between us and the rest. That's what made us who we are. Solid 5-year-old company, debt-free. I own the company. We are here to stay, and we are planning so many more for you, so many more things for you guys. Now, another difference with us, from my background, I knew there might be another day that we're gonna have another COVID-like. Something happens in this world that might just interrupt and disrupt our business. So we plan for everything to be ready. I'll give you an example. We have our servers that you log into our back office cloud are backed up in 3 different continents at the same time. Backed up in the United States, backed up in Germany, and backed up in Hong Kong. So God forbid and something happens to America, we can go live 5 minutes later in Hong Kong. We can go live 5 minutes later in Europe. We're a little company compared to those multi-billion-dollar companies, but we operate, we act, and we function like a multi-billion-dollar company. Think about this. Where we have our corporate warehouse, which is our headquarters in Miami, we have another backup warehouse. Listen to this carefully. a backup warehouse 6 miles away from our main warehouse has millions of dollars product ready with a printer and a computer. God forbid we burn down the warehouse, we're ready to function within 2 hours in a backed up warehouse. Only companies think of that are multi-billion-dollar companies. Why? Because little companies, they don't have the resources. They don't think that far. What are they focused on? How to survive, how to make it to the next payroll, how to make it to the next month. We're way ahead of all those. We plan for your future to protect you. Why? Because you put your credibility on the line. You trusted us. You trusted your credibility, your family, your future. You walked away from everything else you were doing to focus on the La Vida. So we don't want to let you down. And that has been our focus for the last 5 years. And we're going to continue that for the next 15, 20, 30 years. God forbid, if something happens to me and my plane doesn't make it home one night, there's already redundancy in place to replace me. Immediately will be systems running. Our corporate executives will step up and run this company. It's almost become irrelevant to this company now, which is great. That means you don't need me. The company can run on its own if ever something happens to me. We've thought about everything you can imagine. Plan B, Plan C, Plan D. I'm not going to allow a COVID or a COVID-like things ever stop us. And that is the difference with us. Now, with that said, this is something very important. 5 years ago, guys, we challenged ourselves to build a company to be the first of its kind, the very first. And I challenge you today, if you find another company that has done what we've done in 5 years and has the infrastructure to go build for the next 15, 20, 30 years. This has nothing to do with me. I am just very fortunate and lucky to be surrounded with an amazing corporate executive team that are sitting here in the front rows. Those are the ones that work around the clock to make sure your future is protected. That is the difference with us. Now, what we have done over the last 12 months, I want to walk you through the major milestones we, as a company, with your help and our corporate executive, have been able to accomplish. And you'll be impressed when you see it. First and foremost, we officially acquired the rights for both Reserve and mine. I wrote a check for $2.1 million to buy the rights of Reserve to protect your future, guys. We opened up 3 new offices around the world. That was a great accomplishment for us. Also, this was something very close to your heart. We wanted to take care of you guys, and that is completing the back orders. Over 11,500 back orders were fulfilled. $4 million of an inventory that we never collected the revenue, but we delivered. Why? Because I stood up in Singapore, I give you my word, we're gonna deliver. And we did. Payment wallets. We know what happened with that, and we've already covered, ladies and gentlemen, over $2 million of unpaid wallets that we have already delivered. Yes, absolutely. These are accomplishments. Again, let me remind you, it was not our responsibility. We did not acquire those. I simply acquired the problems. But I wanted to tackle that with the right mindset to handle them correctly. The next thing, obviously, the tour. This is my 7th trip, 7th as a CEO in 12 months. Most American CEOs do a Zoom or show up once a year to an event. I've done 7 tours, 14 countries in 12 months, 300,000 miles just on my tours. As you can tell, we don't have egos. We're just like you. I am like you. I was a distributor. I'm an immigrant. I know what it takes to build. And that was our focus. And that is our focus for the next decade or so. Next thing, guys, our very first incentive trip, super success, we did together. We had over 800 people in Turkey. It was amazing. Did you guys love that? We're not done yet. Look, that continues this. This one is a pretty good one, guys. We did 2 Velovita University, completed 2 of them with over 4,000 people in attendance at Velovita University. Both doctors were spoke. We had our executives speak. We had our triple diamonds and double diamonds spoke. It was an incredible event. And we have many more coming in 2026. Guys, this is another thing. We formulated a couple of our products. You asked for it. As you know, some of our products that we acquired were about 15 years old. So thanks to both Dr. G and Dr. Newman, we decided to take it to that next level. It was already a great product. We just took it to the next level. We catapulted the quality to the next level. So let's give both doctors a huge round of applause, guys. Five of our products were repackaged, redesigned, and we're going to show you shortly. And we're working on the rest of them coming this year into the next year. That was another accomplishment. Guys, I told you my job is to protect you, to protect your credibility. And that's what you know about me. And immediately, when I acquired this company, within 30 days, I filed a lawsuit against a $400 million company. And I followed that with a second lawsuit in a United States federal court, second lawsuit against them to protect the assets we have, but more important, to protect your future. 2 lawsuits. And that's what we've done and will continue doing to make sure your future is protected, because we're a team, we're a family. And next one, guys, very important. We came up with a new recognition system. You're gonna get to know more of that later today and tomorrow. We're very excited about this recognition system. And last but not least, guys, this is the exciting part. We came up with a new promotion called the 555. And that was quite a success for us, guys. And we're very excited about that. Let me tell you about our worldwide offices and warehouses. We're all over the world with 18 offices and warehouses in all of those countries, as you can see, from Australia to Canada. We're excited about Canada, Guatemala, Mexico, Colombia, all the other countries, as you can see here, offices and warehouses. And we're going to continue in 2026, adding to that list to grow our footprint around the world. Today, we ship into 82 countries, right from Miami and all of our offices, warehouses around the world. This is something I wanted to show you guys, very important, because you asked me about it. Do we have enough products? Because one of your biggest challenges prior to the acquisition, you didn't have inventory. So you go out there and sell the products, you spend an hour convincing people and telling them how amazing these products are. They go ahead and place an order, and 6 months later, they still haven't got their products. Well, I wanted to change that. I wanted to show you we're different. We're going to show you who we are. So I opened our checkbook, and I signed off on $171 million worth of inventory for the next 12 months. That's our commitment. Most companies at our size, they usually focus on next 90 days inventory. Why? Because they don't have the resources. They don't have the structure and infrastructure to do that. Well, we're different. And we wanted to show you we're different, and that's what we've done. From Luminous to AMPM, Reserve, Mind, and all the other products are fully stocked up, ready around the world for you to purchase and have your customers purchase with the confidence you need to have those products delivered to them. This is what you guys have been waiting for. These are the new products. Don't they look beautiful, guys? Beautiful Luminous. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you know the brand La Perrier or La Mer, I believe ours are the same level or perhaps even better. Those are $1,000 sets of products, thousands of dollars. And you can get the same thing, even perhaps better quality for a fraction of a cost, thanks to Dr. Newman. The same goes with our AMPM. Yes, absolutely. Let's give Dr. Newman a round of applause. Same thing with AMPM with Dr. Jim Papa. Upgraded, not just in packaging, but also in ingredients. And the same goes for all of the other products. We have a new Reserve package, the new Mind, Revita Blue, Life NMN, and all the products you've come to love, we're bringing you the version 2.0 in terms of the design and packaging. But that's not where we end, guys. I wanted to show you something that is not available yet for sale, but I'm going to show you something that we've decided to only show you guys something very special. So I'm doing the modeling myself today, okay? What do you think is in there? Very good, very good. This is a new gift set. We'll be ready for the Chinese New Year. Available. It will be a special pricing, a special packaging, and it's beautifully done. And by the way, this is just the mock-up. It's not even the final version. Okay, we're working on the final version. You will be proud. It will be gift wrapped. It will be ready for you to go share this for the Chinese New Year with all of your people. So we're very excited. Christmas is just around the corner. So guys, the packaging, we're very excited, and we're working on many more stuff, packaging them together for 2026 and beyond. Oh, I got 21 minutes. This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about, the 555. We launched something about 3 months ago, and it's already been a huge success for us. 555, it was a new bonus promotion we put in place. And as you can see, August, September, and October generated great results. Hundreds of thousands of dollars additional bonuses paid out to distributors. This was designed for not just the triple diamonds or double diamonds or top leaders, but for average person that comes in a business that wants to make extra money, that wants to go recruit people, wants to acquire more customers. This is what 555 was designed. And we're excited, we're continuing it, and we'll share more details on that coming in the coming months with you guys. Now, people ask me, hey Costa, you always come on the stage and you just talk about company, you talk about the stuff you guys are doing as a company. What about how you became successful? And that's what I wanted to do over the next 15, 20 minutes, share some of my secrets that have contributed to my success over the last 30 plus years. So sit back, I'm gonna walk you through it a little bit and give you an idea what it takes to be successful, okay? The meaning of success, guys, success is not a destination, rather it's a journey, okay? Not an end in sight necessarily, but what you go through that journey to become who you are. 30 years ago, I wanted to be successful but the man stands before you today is the result of 30 years of journey to go through to become who I am today. That's the definition of success. And that's what we're going to talk about, guys. Okay? Very important. It's measured not by what we achieve, but rather by what we overcome. So not just by what you achieve, how you handle things, how you make things happen and go over those. Everyone's version of success is different and unique to themselves. Okay? Your success might be very different than Tina's success or Mark's success or someone else. Okay? You're not in competition. Focus on your success and what that means to you. For some of you means a lot of money. For some of you, maybe putting your kids through college, maybe a new house, maybe a new car. Maybe be able to take more vacation with your family. Whatever that definition of success is, that is your definition, and we'll talk about that shortly. Why is that important? Okay? Remember, success is 1% talent and 99% consistency. Day in, day out, every single day. And that's something you learn about me. I do the same thing, day in, day out. Those of you saw me in the elevator today. I took some pictures with you guys in the elevator. You saw me, I carry 2 jars every morning. It doesn't matter if I'm in the United States, I'm in Malaysia, I'm in Beijing, or I'm in Frankfurt, Germany. I have my breakfast with me for the last 23 years. I eat the same breakfast for the last 23 years, 7 days a week, no matter where I go. Consistent. Day in, day out. That is very, very important, guys. You understand that, okay? Now, what does it take to be successful, okay? First, you gotta know what you want and why you want it. So first, know what you want, then why do you want that? Why do you want to be a millionaire? Why do you want to make a lot of money? Because if you don't have the real reason why, when the tough time comes, very easy to quit. And believe me, those tough times have come. 30 years ago, I had just joined this industry. I was living in Canada. Those of you know Canada, we have those little white things coming from the sky. We call them the snow. We have a lot of them in Canada. And I was in Ottawa, the capital city, on the way to Toronto to meet a prospect. 4-hour drive. After my work, I drove all the way 4 hours. I show up to the coffee shop. The prospect never showed up. I waited there for 2.5 hours. After 4 hours of drive, never showed up. So you think I gave up? Hell no. I showed up to his house. And as soon as I pulled into his driveway, lights went off, blinds closed. He knew I'm coming, and I'm coming to sign him up. So he shut down everything quickly. I waited for 2 hours. Knock on the door, ring, I did everything. Didn't want to come out. So I decided, you know what? It's time to go back because I got to work next day. This was October of, I think, 95, 96, almost 30 years ago. So here I am driving back, super sad, disappointed, ready to give up. I was making like $300 a month, nothing, no money. That is nothing in Canada. I was what you call a definition of failure. I was not successful. Here on my drive, 2 hours on Highway 401, starts to snow. Now, I'm driving a Ford Escort 1991, a beat-up car, driving all the way, and suddenly my wipers stopped working. Remember snow coming? Hard, and the wipers not working, and I gotta get home. I didn't have money to go to a hotel. I couldn't afford an $80 hotel night, so I said, I'm just gonna drive. It got so bad that I had to open the window, and try to wipe the screen so I can continue driving. Finally, I gave up. I pulled over into a gas station. And I tell you, I came up with about 1,000 reasons. When I go see my upline, I'm going to give a piece of my mind to him. I'm going to tell him why I'm quitting. Because this freaking thing is not working. I've tried everything. Nobody wants to join me. Nobody wants to sign up. And that's how disappointed I was. And that's just one story of thousands of stories that I was ready to give up. And thank God, today, 32 years later, standing before you, I didn't give up. Because if I did, there would have never been a Velovita. That's what I just talked about. Persistence. Keep moving. Continue even when it becomes hard. Can't get any harder than that. You drive 4 hours, the prospect doesn't show up, you're disappointed, barely have money for the gas, can't go anywhere, and you gotta drive home. So if I did it, that's the key, persistence, correct? And that is one of the most important things I always advise people. This is your comfort zone. Get out of the comfort zone. Step out. Have the courage to step out of your comfort zone. Very, very important. And this is another thing. Many people know I'm a great student. They often refer to me as a sponge. I just observe and observe from everybody around me. And that is something I recommend. 2 ears, 1 mouth, correct? 2 years. God by design gave you 2 years, meaning less of this, more of listening. That's how you grow, how you become better. Resilience, obviously, you already know what that means. Turn the failures into a lesson, learn from it, and move on. And last but not least, guys, this is very important. Success is not a final. Failure is not fatal. It is a courage to continue, and that's what really truly matters. Let's continue on this, guys. Habits of successful people. If you really study the most successful people in the world, they have a common denominator in their habits, in what they do, how they do things, how they behave on a day-to-day basis. And some of them I'm going to share with you. First and foremost, set a clear goal daily and review them all the time. Okay? So I have my annual goals yearly, which I usually set that up for Christmas. After Christmas, I sit down, write down what do I want to do next year. Then I break it down, which is what we call a reverse engineer, the formula to success, bring it to monthly, weekly, and daily. And I have my goals on a daily basis, every single day. And do I accomplish all of them? Definitely not. I'm human just like you. But what I don't do, give up. And that's one of the important things, setting goals for yourself. Surround yourself with positive people. This is why I freaking love this industry, because everybody in this profession is positive, is excited, is motivated. We have a common goal to be successful together. And that's why I love about this profession. And 32 years, this is all I've done for 32 years, and I'm gonna die doing this business and this profession. Because in my opinion, it's the best profession. People like me could never be like the doctors. I wasn't good enough to be Dr. Newman or Dr. G. I'm a college dropout. I couldn't even finish college. But this profession gave me the platform to become who I am. That's what I love about this profession. Next one is very important, guys. Staying disciplined, okay? Day in, day out, making sure all the time you're motivated to continue what you're doing. This is also very important. This is what you're doing today. You're investing in yourself to be in this room, bought your flights, took time off from your family, from everything else you do, to be in this room, to learn from the best, so you can become the best. And that's very important, investing in yourself. Let me go, I've got about 10 minutes, I'm gonna go a little quicker, guys. How do you become a successful leader? Number one, this is very important, listen carefully. Habits equal your dreams. Listen to this. You cannot have $1 million dream with a minimum wage habits. One more time. You cannot have $1 million dream with a minimum wage habits. If your habits are just to be the minimum wage, you cannot have that $1 million dream. Your habits got to change in order for you to accomplish your dreams. Very important, guys. Next one is, to be successful, you got to start. Start. Get a start and start now. One other thing I love about this profession, unlike anything else, it doesn't matter how many times you screwed up yesterday. It doesn't matter if 20 people said no to you. Today is your day one. Today. Even if you screwed up today, who cares? Tomorrow is your day one. No other profession you can do that. If Dr. Newman and Dr. G, both surgeons, they screw up, somebody dies under their knife, it's a big problem for them. We cannot screw up, guys. That's what I love about this industry. I think they're jealous now. I think they want to move over to our profession. That's what I love. You can screw up. I've screwed up so many times. Guys, when I was recruiting back in '93, I would drive around town in Ottawa, Canada, and I looked for people that my mom knew. Remember, I was 22 years old. I had no credibility. So I used my mother as leverage because she was older, she had credibility. So I would drive around to families and friends to put them in my car to take them to my upline. It got so bad, so when people saw me in supermarkets and shopping malls, they changed the direction to try to avoid me. I go down the aisle, they turn around, go the other way because they couldn't stand me, and I don't care. Doesn't matter. My very first year, I recruited 96 people. You would say that's amazing, correct? 96. When the year came up for them to renew their membership, and the membership renewal was only $25 per year. Back then was a smaller number. Out of 96 people, 92 of them quit. So you would go, oh my God, you better give up. I look at it, glass half full. Who cares about 92? I still have 4 left. That's a positive thinking, correct? Until you get home, and when I look at my credit card statement, those 4 people that stayed was my mom, my uncle, my grandma, and my sister. That was paid on my credit card. That's the only reason they didn't quit. I still didn't give up. Your why is what matters, not the how. 90% why. I was so sick of being poor. My family was poor. My dad was a government employee. We never had enough money. We didn't own a house. We barely ever went on vacation. I was so sick and tired of being poor that fear inside of me that drove me to be the man I am today. And that was the why. So when all this stuff happened, when all those 92 people quit, I didn't care because I knew there is a day I'm going to find a Cece. There's a day I'm going to find Flora. There's a day I'm going to find Tina. Yes. There's going to be that day for me one day. Yes. And that's how I built. So the why is really important, guys, okay? Next one is the mindset. You can tell successful people have a different mindset, guys. It's really truly what separates them, the best from the rest, the best from the pack. And this all comes down to the mindset, guys. 3 phases of success. This is very important. If you write down something, I don't even know why I say you write down. Nobody writes things down anymore. Everybody takes picture. They just take a picture and they look at Flora is writing that. I'm proud of you, honey. Good job. Phase 1, guys, create momentum. That's what you gotta do. Create the momentum. Once you've created momentum, what does that mean? You roll up your sleeves, get to work. Go after. This is your business. You are the CEO of your organization. So treat your business like I treat Velovita. Create a momentum. Once you've created it, now you gotta maintain it. How do you maintain that? By coming to these events with your team, by learning, by getting education, and continuously maintaining that momentum with your people. And last but not least, advancing it to that next level. Those are the keys to true success and the phases of success. Okay, guys, this is very important. Being tested before success. Why are you being tested before success? You are not being punished, rather, you're being prepared. Okay? When you go through hard times, God is not punishing you. That's not what God does. God is preparing you. A window closes, a door opens. So when you feel everything is going in a wrong way, that's not God's plan. He's putting you on the right path. He's preparing you. And I can tell you it's happened to me so many times that I wanted to give up. But this phrase, when I learned from my mentors, it was ingrained in my brain for life. Right before God is about to elevate you, He'll give you the most brutal battles of your life. I don't talk much about God. This is not who I am as a trainer and as a CEO, but I believe in that. I'm Christian. I believe in that. And it's very important for you to know before God elevates you to the next level, He's preparing you and maybe give you a hard time to prepare you for the best. Every diamond is formed under pressure. Every warrior is forged under pressure. Remember those two. A diamond doesn't look like the diamond you see. The only way it goes from a rock, from a mountain to a rock, to that little beautiful piece of jewelry, is because under pressure. That's how our diamonds have become diamonds. They've gone through the hardest battle of their life to become diamonds. And that's what you all, each and every one of you, need to do. Okay? This is very important. I'm going to read that to you guys. Don't confuse movements with progress. Another word for that, don't be a busy bee. Bee, that's all he does, is busy going from flower to flower, all right? Don't do that. Don't confuse movements with progress. Robert, I know you got me on a 90-second, but I'm almost done, so I might need a few more time. This is one of the best slides. I need you to pay attention, guys. Very important. This is unfortunately life. A lot of people think about what they want to do. Correct? Sit on a couch, think about what they want to do. Few people actually talk about it. And unfortunately, that's a real life example. And very, very, very few people actually go and do it. So a lot of people think about it, few talk about it, and the very few actually go do that. And this is what our diamonds and our leaders have done. They're not the ones sitting there thinking, they're not the ones sitting there talking, they're the ones rolling up their sleeves and going and doing it. I want you to remember this slide forever. That will change your life in everything you do. When I wanted to be fit, everybody goes, reads about it, talked about it, think about it, how I'm gonna get six-pack. I just went and did it. I didn't wait for that. I got to gym every single day and I did it. While all my friends talk about it, I went and did it. That's what's important, guys, okay? How are y'all doing? They give me another 5 minutes. Thank you, guys. I got 5 more minutes. Everyone knows, guys, you've got to pay the price to win in anything in life. But most people are not willing to pay the price. I'm not just talking about success. Listen carefully. I have something in my culture that is dear to our heart, and that is the taste of desserts. I love desserts. Dr. Newman knows I love desserts, but I gotta pay the price. 18 years, I've not put a cake in my mouth. 18 years, I've not had a dessert. Because I chose to look good, I gotta pay the price. Now, people ask me, you think it's too late? I'm 45, I'm 55, I'm 65. Is it too late for me to start? Hell no, hell no. Look at these people. Everybody knows Colonel Sanders started KFC at age 62. Before he started, none of us knew KFC. Your parents never heard of KFC. One man changed that world at age 62. Mr. Porsche started Porsche, the car company, at age 56. I'm going to continue. Mr. Pemberton started the company I talked about earlier at age 55, Coca-Cola. 55 years old. God knows what it took before he got to 55 to God prepare him to create one of the most successful beverages on the planet. Mary Ash Kay. Everybody knows Mary Kay. She started at 45. This list continues. Henry Royce at 44 started the most iconic, the luxury, the epic car company that we all know as Rolls-Royce. He started at 43. And the same thing goes, you're all familiar with Huawei, amazing story out of China, incredible brand that now has become a global brand. At 43, he started Huawei. Honda from Japan at 42, and Giorgio Armani at 42. Not in their 20s, not in their 30s, in their 40s, they started those companies. And then obviously, this is important, guys. I want to share with you guys quickly 3 pieces of advice I want you to get from me. First and foremost, don't do a lot of this. Don't do a lot of talking. Act. Number 2, very, very important. Don't just go say it and talk about it. Show, which is what our leadership does. They roll up their sleeves, lead from the front by example. They're not just coming up telling you how to do it. They're doing it. That's how they become successful. And next one, obviously, don't promise, prove. Very important. Don't promise, prove. Now, your future, guys, if you do what I just showed you today for the last 45 minutes, your future will personally thank you of what you've done. Your future is very important to you. Think about 20 years where you want to be, okay? The best time to start was yesterday. But if you didn't, it's fine. You're going to start today. And if you didn't start today, this is what I love about this profession. Tomorrow is your day one. Very, very important. Keep moving forward, one step, one day at a time, one goal at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't set 37 goals because you ain't gonna achieve them. Break it down to smaller goals, incremental goals, so you can achieve that. The clock doesn't decide your destiny, your choices in life do. Okay, and don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now, today. Very important. Success isn't about how fast you start, it's about how fiercely you rise to the top. Very, very important. Guys, before I end this, I am so proud to be here. I envisioned this day 32 years ago when I joined this industry, this profession, and I'm happy to be here with you guys. It's been an incredible journey for me for 32 years, and I'm gonna make you guys proud over the next 2 days what we have for you guys. Thank you so much. 谢谢。
谢谢老板，谢谢 Costa。